is Bina Walker, and we are on our 5th year homeschooling. I have 5 kiddos, 12, 10, 8, 6, and 3. And today I'm going to share what we are using for our year in our curriculum for preschool. I'm so excited to have 5. It's going to be overwhelming, but it's going to be great. Anyway, so we use Timberdoodle. We love them. They basically curate a bunch of different homeschool works out there for you that are kind of hands-on, sensory, and all that good stuff. And I just love that they kind of put everything together, do all that hard work for you. And in every single kit, it comes with a handbook. This is one of their old kits, and so their new kits have like a upgraded kind of version, but it's pretty much the same kinds of things and just different versions of it. Like instead of using this kind of book about animals, we're using a different book about animals. So that's what I kind of like, that you're kind of able to interchange things. When you get a kit, you're able to use your online scheduler. You can put in the date you want to start school, end school, what days you're going to be taking off, and how many days of the week you're going to be homeschooling. And so we do a 4-day school week within a 5-day week, just because we have things that come up and everything else, so it's a lighter load, and I like that. And so this is kind of what their checklist looks like, and it kind of gives you a, this is how many days of the week you're going to be doing. And online, it's so much easier because it kind of does all that math for you and then spits it out for you. Okay, so first they have the Let's Cut Paper Kumon books, and I have a bunch for her. I also got the Let's Fold as well. And so this is gonna be nice when I am doing other lessons with the kids, kind of set her up with some things. And we'll probably do like one a day, and I'll probably have like a little basket. I have this shelf over here for her. I'll turn my camera around. Sorry if it's so there's her shelf. Okay, so that's her shelf. It has 3 shelves, and I'm kind of able to sort of like Montessori-esque put out her works for her. Obviously this isn't a Montessori work, but it is cutting. So I present it in a Montessori way. And I actually organize her stuff on this shelf, so she's able to access it. It's right behind me when I sit down. But this was actually mine, I think, when I was little, and I found it at my parents' house. And I was like, hey, we're gonna just set this up and find the letters and, kind of do some kind of work there with that. And this is in her multi-purpose bin from the Container Store. I love organizing stuff in there. And then I also got her these this is not in the kit, but these junior composition notebooks. She loves doing morning time. She wants her own stuff. She wants to have her tray. She has her own pencil tray, even though she technically doesn't even need it. And I'm not going to tell her no, because she's allowed to have preferences. So for feelings and emotional intelligence, they have these awesome feeling cards from Todd Parr. My kiddos loved going through this. We're able to kind of talk about it. I may put this in her nighttime basket, where we kind of go through one of the games with her, and then we have these, and then we read a couple books to her every night. So I might have Anthony kind of do that with her at night. The games that are going to be in that basket are a part of her school kit, and her Timberdoodle kit. And it is day and night, and it's these pegs, and then you have these different challenge cards here, and then you put them in order and match it with the pieces. And these, awesome viral Amazon bags, I'll link it below. If I don't, then just remind me, I can put it in the comments. So this is kind of good for her to work with on her own, and I'll probably put it on the shelf with her other stuff, and then just put one of the cards or even 2 of the cards for the week. This is so loud. Anyway, this doesn't really zip well unless it's perfectly set, which is not ideal. Okay, so there's that. And then they have Little Mimo. You guys, this was so fun to play with John Matthew. You have these little coins, and then you have these little guys in here, and there's Ladybug, Bella bit the dragonfly, and then you basically hide the ladybug, or which one's missing, or you can do this one's under, this one's next to, this one's on top. And so there's lots of different ways that you can use this kind of game, that comes with this little workbook that they give the parents with different ideas on how to kind of imaginatively play and creative play, role play with your child. And again, it's in an awesome bag. And what I do is I I have this basket and I put the games in here under the coffee table right where the rocking chair is. We also have Bunny Peekaboo, which I actually bought for my kiddos before they were even homeschooling and we lived in Connecticut. This is something I got my 2-year-old. And so there's these different pieces here, and you follow the different prompts and you set it up, and she'll probably do 1 to 2 cards per week. And then we have their math curriculum. So this is their math that they do. You have a mat, and it's a farm. So you have this side and then you have this side, and then you have all these different math sort of manipulatives, and they have like a lamb and a sheep and a cow and a horse. And they're really cute. And so at the beginning of the school year, before we even start, I put this out so it's not as like exciting and new and wonderful. It's, you know, oh yeah, those are my math things. And so at first I just kind of put them out so she can play with them so that it's not distracting when we're doing the actual lesson. And it's really like, hey, you know, counting to 2, counting to 3, and, you know, putting, you know, 2 in the field. How many? Let's count together. How many are in there? And so these are what the lessons look like. They're not too bad. And then it's really just, you know, working through it and everything else with your child. And they love these tiny little pieces. Even my older kids will sometimes tinker with them when they were 6 and meeting my first grader. My 7th grader probably will not care for this. And then we have big letter bananagrams, and my zipper, I don't know, let me know below if your zipper also broke for these games. We have the pear one as well, but they're just big little letters, and so we'll put them up, basically put like 10 or 20 out. If there's too many, it's too much for her. And then I'll say, oh, here's the letter H. Where's H? And then let's find all the H's. And then that's how we work through this as well. And in their handbook, it tells you how to use the works, which is really nice. Okay, so we have big plus blocks. They're made with recycled materials from Denmark, I think it is. So these are so fun. Even as an adult, we have like the little regular ones, but these are the big ones. They're just so fun to kind of build with and do. And so with this curriculum, they come with these little mats, and I'll probably have her do 1 a week. And then basically let's build some other things. And they're just kind of fun to kind of work through here. And I have this on our shelf over there where it's easy for her to play and kind of bring out a mat for her. All right, here we have the gears, basically their Lego thing. I don't even know what they're called. But they're basically Dubo Legos, but cooler because they have things coming from every single side. And so we are gonna build together. Samuel and my kiddos love these. They were building this last weekend, so they built their own kind of cars, which is really fun. So this is something that I'll probably keep for a while, even after my kiddos are done with this curriculum. And we'll probably do 1 to 2 builds a week. It just really depends on how she's doing and kind of where she wants to go with this. Okay, so these are the GeoSmart bins. I have this in like the IKEA baskets, nice and deep, you guys. This is a great organizational thing for kiddo stuff. So we have different kind of things that they follow. So we'll probably do 1 or 2 per week. And I love, they're like magnetic tiles that they have, and then they have the cars. There's a Duplo in here that doesn't belong. And so that's that. All right, so something else that we have them go through during this preschool is obviously hand-eye coordination. The ends of these totally came off, so I just put tape around them. And this is something that I'll probably put on her shelf that she can do. All my kiddos really didn't care for this. I felt like when they were in Montessori school, they used a real kind of needle and that, I don't even know, like canvas mesh kind of fabric, and that was so much better with the yarn. They liked using that better than this. So this might be donate and we figure something out, I'm not quite sure. So we have some sticker workbooks here, and she finished her sticker book. It's right here. She actually finished it this year. I had her start working on it. And so I'm gonna have her do it again because she really needed help with, you know, putting it where it goes. And so I'm gonna kind of give her the directions and have her work through that on her own. And then this one she has not gone through, 500 stickers, outdoor adventures. She's gonna love this one as well. And this is something that we kind of do through breakfast. She wants something to kind of tinker with. And then for math, I don't start this until the end of September, or like a month and a half or two after we've started school, because I want her to kind of get used to all of her different works and the routine and the structure of homeschooling. And so this one, we basically do 2 pages a day. It's really hard to sit down and do 8 all at one time. And so I try to do 2 pages a day. Big book of things to spot. Again, this might be something that we do either during the day or before bedtime. This one's a fun one to go through. And then we have my sticker book zoo, which is so fun. I know my boys went through this one pretty fast. So we just basically do 1 whole spread a week, and then the stickers are in the back, and then they're done with this pretty quick because there's only about 12 to 15 spreads. Now, Play Smart has these 4 workbooks for your kiddo during preschool, and there's like 2 to 3, age 2, and then 3. So I start the ones for 2-year-olds, and then I start the ones for 2-year-olds first, and then once we're done with the books, which we kind of end up finishing them sooner because they're just super easy work pages here. This literally takes 20 seconds for the kiddo. So we go through these pretty fast. And then I'll start these books for 3-year-olds. So since she's 3, I'm gonna have her work through those and then do these after. And these aren't too intensive. There are some letter recognition things here. So I do wanna wait until we've done some other letter works. Okay, she also has the My Wimble books. We have 4 of them. We have the zoo and construction and Christmas. And I can only find the one animal around the world right now, so I need to find them before we start school. Let me know in the comments, do you feel like you're just, I don't know how to organize. Some people, they put like everything for that year in one bin, but I feel like even after 1st grade, my kiddo may want to look at a book, like this is fun, even for my kindergartner. So I like to keep them out so we can use them. But then again, when I'm trying to find it, I can never find it. So we will basically do like a spread or 2 a week, or a spread at night or something like that. And then we have here is I can draw animals. So she's probably gonna have her own sketchbook, or she can sketch in here. Or I'm gonna sketch it and then she'll kind of follow along with me so we can draw together. And I have 2 of them, and there was like a My First Drawing or something that came with her kit, and I cannot find that book, and Timberdoodle doesn't have it anymore, so we're just gonna work on that. So this is not the science that comes with the kit. It is the primary science kit that comes with preschool. So I think this is for older kids, but I'm gonna work through this along with probably my 1st grader might be kind of interested in this as well. And this is something that we can do as a family with the littles. And then we have some different art kind of boxes. And then you open this up, and then there's these different crafts for you. And there's over 1,000 pieces, which is really nice. And I believe it opens like this. I don't remember how to open this. Oh, it's taped. I'll probably open it later. So this is what it looks like inside. So I can replenish it, which is nice. And then I have this other activity. I believe this is 3 different activities, or 5 or 6 different activities. They have a collage, they have a mosaic, they have cutting and volume building, and then different transfers on here. And then we have the sticker mosaics. She actually has already done this, but I have like 3 of them, so she might want to do it again. And then I have the loopy animals, which is really fun for her to do. And again, there's only like 4 of them in here, so I'll probably have her do 1 a month or 1 every other month. And then we have this here, which is another sticker mosaic for preschool. So I might do this one first and then work through the other one. Oh, here's another Wimble book that I have, the cars and the things that go. And my other little kiddos loved going through these. They're just so fun. And then you find the people. It's kind of like, where's Waldo? But where's all these people? Which is really, really cool. Okay, and then we have What Do People Do All Day? This is kind of her social studies good citizenship of how to like be a good person, what are our heroes doing, and the different jobs that they do. So this is something that we'll read through while she's either eating breakfast or something that's kind of occupying herself in her mouth. And then they have Building Thinking Skills. I will not start this until probably 2 months in, and we'll do 8 pages per week. And then this carries on in the summer. Lastly, this is for baby Adeline. She's not a baby anymore, she's 10. And so I found this and I was like, hey, these are really good kind of busy pages for when I'm doing lessons with the other kids. Now, from the Dollar Tree, I got these awesome things here and different crafts for her to kind of have like a collage box. And this one was from Amazon, and it has like pipe cleaners and pom-pom balls in here and some other random things in there. And then I got her things that she could just glue on from the dollar store on Amazon. Here's the Amazon. And so I'll probably have like a little basket of like 1 to 2, 3 things that she loves glue right now. Let me know if your preschooler's into just the sticky, awesome things. Googly eyes. We went to Target today. Someone put googly eyes on the garbage. It was pretty funny. Unicorns, and this is the confetti in the party section at the dollar store. So that's some really great stuff to kind of use for your kiddo to use with glue. And then I have the popsicle sticks, which is really cool. And then for science and color theory, they have the color fizzing tablets. And so we're basically going to put all the colors and mix the colors to see what does red and blue make, and red and yellow. And so that is what we have for preschool. I also am adding this. So this is the draw and write, and she's basically just going to kind of work through tracing the different numbers and everything else while we do morning time and breakfast, or when I'm working with, my dog's barking, or when I'm working with other kids. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.